What's going on, folks? niXcraft here. Welcome back to episode 20, episode 20 of Surviving with niXcraft. We are over here at our Fletcher house, watching our boys work away over here and practice on their target block and whatnot. But we are back today with some big plans, and I'm very excited to get started. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know that I did stream just a few days ago, and we went ancient debris mining. It was a really good time. So if you were joining in there, appreciate you stopping by. And if you do want to catch streams, I do have a Twitch. It is twitch.tv/niXcraft97. So be sure to check that out. But in front of me here, in this double chest, I have all the stuff that I got from ancient debris mining. We have 43 ancient debris. So I'll be able to change at least most of my tools and maybe even some armor into ancient debris, or netherite armor. And I got a whole bunch of quartz as well and blackstone, so I'll be planning on taking on that nether hub on stream, and I'll be doing a lot of building there soon, so stop by and check it out. First plan for today's episode is to head on down to our skeleton spawner storage over here, just to show you guys the sheer amount of bows that I have over here. Yeah, it's 4 double chests, and not only that, if we come down here to the actual spawner itself, these chests are completely full as well. I think even the hopper is full. Yeah, so plan today is build a little, sort of a garbage can, where we could just dump all these bows, and we'll dispense them into like some lava or something like that, and just get rid of them. Alright, we got a bit of a redstone-y episode. So I think I'm going to put the little garbage can machine thing right over in this wall. So I'm actually going to clear it out a little bit just to make it a little room. So let me take care of that really quick, and then we'll get back with some redstone stuffs. Alrighty, got ourselves a little room here. So let me see if I could figure this out. I think we want our chest sitting right there. So it'll be sitting on top of a hopper, which will actually go into a dropper. That was a nice rhyme. I think I said dispenser earlier, but yeah, I actually meant dropper. So this will just kind of spit out the bows into the lava that we're just going to encase in some glass, and hopefully put it back a little farther so none of this wood catches on fire. I do have fire spread on. So let me see if I could figure something out here. So we want our chest facing that way. Let's put down the dropper. Think facing out, or no, it's going to face towards me. Okay, so let's dig out a little bit into this wall, and we will throw the dropper down right there, and dig myself out. We'll put this all back later, even though I just put it all there now. Here we go. Let's grab our hopper, and we'll put that down here, connecting to it, and a chest on top. I was going to do a double chest, but just because this room is odd, I want to just have the chest right in the middle. So that is a solid start. I hear a wandering trader and a zombie villager somewhere. Don't really know what's going on with that. But here we are. I actually dropped the dropper, dropped the dropper down, and put the hopper going on top of it, because I think we're going to need to go a little bit lower for what we're doing here. So my plan now is to grab, where is it? There we go, our comparator, and we're going to have that thing facing out of the dropper. Now this is going to be able to read when this thing is getting full. So right now it's empty, no redstone signal, but when it fills up, we'll be able to get one. So we could run that into the little observer, looking into observer redstone clock that I had built over by the flower farm. So that is the plan, to get this thing to continuously dispense the bows out into the lava that will be sitting right here. So let me see if I could rig this thing up in a way where we could still cover it from the surface. Okay, so far so good. I got the observer set up here and the sticky piston underneath, so I'll just have to stick that back, I guess, but just wanted to show you guys. So yeah, we'll have to just run a redstone line from this comparator over into the piston. So then we're going to have to drop that down again, and there we go. That should all be connected up. This is a little bit bigger than I would want, but I think it should still work. Let's throw, like, I don't know, just a few items into this here chest. Let's just use that dirt. Here we go. So throw 12 dirt in there, and that should activate everything. Or it doesn't. That's weird. I wonder why that is. Huh. Okay, I think I have come up with a solution. I have a repeater right here that I'm going to stick right at the end of the comparator, and I think that should extend the redstone signal enough to reach all the way over to our piston. just like that. That should be connecting. So let's see if we fail again or not. We'll stick the 12 dirt in there, and it should spit out of that dropper. Let's see. Ah, yeah, there we go. Now we got it. So essentially, there'll be a lava source right over here where that dirt is spitting out into, and we'll just burn up all the bows that we have laying around, which is perfect. Alright, I ended up surrounding this little area here with cobblestone just because I'm a little bit worried about it setting all this wood on fire. But let me throw the spruce back in here, and this thing should be working, and I'll stick the lava source down right in here. We'll see if that ends up setting everything on fire. If it does, here, let me just wait a little bit and see first. Alright, I think we are good, guys, and I appropriately put a sign over here that reads dump. So that is perfect. I put a little piece of glass here too so we can see the lava, which I think is kind of cool. Should provide some good light in this area. And now I pretty much cleared out my inventory except all bows. This thing should be spitting out our bows into lava. Yep, you hear the clicking in the background. It's a little loud. I decided to clear out my inventory because I didn't want to accidentally put one of our tools in here or something, because this is seriously a dump. Anything that goes in here is completely gone. So I think I'm going to empty out some of the bows over in our skeleton spawner, and then we will continue on with the rest of the episode. Now that that is done, we can move on to the second part of the episode. Today I wanted to build ourselves a super smelter with about, I want to say, 10 furnaces in it. So I think that'll allow us to smelt up all that cobblestone we've been collecting while we've been strip mining, and turn it into stone. See, I like to use a lot of stone brick on the storage building that's coming up. I've been drafting a lot in creative, and I'm ready to build that very soon, but I'm going to need a lot of stone to turn into stone bricks. And also, our path is made out of stone, so I figured we should have something relatively big to smelt up all the cobble we're going to get. And my idea is to actually put it right here behind where our strip mine unloading system is, so we could just take the blocks from here and smelt them over here. So let me clear out a little area over here, and let me show you guys what I'm thinking here. Excuse me, Fern. Alrighty, so my plan here with this build is actually to put the super smelter underground. Those things can get pretty big, and I think we're going to have a lot of big builds around here with the storage building being close by and all the houses and farms over there and stuff. So figured we'd keep this one small, just like a little sort of forgery with some furnaces up front. This is for the build up top. Some little furnaces and little areas to send our mine carts down to smelt at our smelting area. So I think we're going to start the staircase maybe right back here or something like that. And then the idea is I'm going to have sort of an offset build. So like one little square right here and then another one right here, kind of forming with the mountain. So that's the plan. Let me first though dig down a nice little room so we could fit at least 10 furnaces down there. Good thing we found a bit of iron, because we are definitely going to need it today with the amount of hoppers that we're going to need. Alright folks, we now have our room dug out to the proportions that I will need it to put the super smelter in. These cobblestone blocks right here are just going to represent the furnaces where I'm going to put those down. So we got 5 on each side, and the idea will be we'll have 2 separate rail lines. One's going to run behind the furnaces to fill it up with coal, and one is going to run over top of it to fill the furnaces with items. And I think on this wall over here we'll do a little smelting system with blast furnaces so we could smelt up all of our ores. But speaking of ores, I think it'd be a good idea for me to go iron mining. Yeah, we are going to need a lot of hoppers, so let me take care of that first. It is now the next day, folks, and I have got myself some iron for sure. So here's our chest, and we have a few stacks to work with here. I'm probably going to use about 2, maybe 2.5 anyway, so all this iron's going to be gone. But I found a good amount of diamonds as well in our mining session, and I'm not sure if I've updated you guys on our diamond count recently, but we have a stack plus some here, almost a stack and a half, so we are looking good there. I think it's about time to get started with this build. Okay, after literally using all of my iron, we now have a bunch of stuff to work with here, including 30 hoppers. I ended up making some blast furnaces as well. We got some chests for everything to flow into, and some rails. We should be good here. So let's start over here on this side. And first thing is first, let's lay down a chest where we want everything to flood into. I think that's going to be, what, right about here, right? We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correct. Okay, so then we could put down our hoppers now, all flowing into that chest. And the way we do that is we'll stick one going into the chest, and the rest will be going into the hoppers like this. So they're all just kind of chaining together. No matter where items enter the hopper, they'll end up in that chest. So I'll throw one right in there, and we should see it in that chest. So that is perfect. Let's repeat that on the other side. Now we could take our furnaces and lay them across these hoppers like so. So whenever an item smelts from these furnaces, it'll end up in the chest. So that is perfect. We will take some more hoppers and I guess some of the scaffolding so we can get up here. And on top, we are going to put down some hoppers. So let me see. I'll do it like this. Going right into the top of the furnaces. And this is going to be the one here. I'm probably going to need to step off here. This is going to be the hopper that takes the items to smelt into the furnaces. So we will actually have a minecart track running across this, and it'll go into the wall that way, wrap around, and I think we'll have a little access point up there. It is nighttime. I should probably go to bed. Ended that recording a little early because I got scared. But now it is time for our third line of hoppers. Now we're going to be using 30 hoppers total on this, and I'm actually going to have to make more if we want to do the blast furnaces as well. But here we go into the back of the furnace now. These hoppers are going to supply the coal, and we're going to have yet another minecart track running along these, doing the same loop, going back behind the wall this way, all the way to the back of these, and looping back around. I think that fuel chest will end up just leaving down here, and the one you throw items in will be in the building up top, a little access point up through here. So that is the plan. Let's get this in on both sides. We could start a minecart track. Got ourselves some space cleared out here for a nice track, and I think we'll start with the coal route. And we're going to start with some powered rails just going up to this hopper like that. We'll go with 3. I think that should be enough power. And we'll crouch place some rails onto here. No powered rails on here because it'd be tough to power. I'd have to put a block next to the hopper with a redstone torch, and those tend to mess with hoppers sometimes. So let's grab some blocks. I guess I'm just going to go with cobblestone. I usually like to use other things to lay my rails down, but that is okay. Clear out a little bit more space, and we need to continue this track looping behind this wall back here. I want to kind of hide the coal minecart because that's not really the most important one. It'd be cool to see the minecart distributing the items, but we will see how the build goes. Don't really have too big of a plan for it, but let's get this rail line in and we will work on the main one up top. Alright, rail number 1 test, here we go. Let's put our minecart with the chest down, a little lever. If we flick this switch, it should go up there and hopefully make its way all the way around. And that looks good. Let's shut this off so it comes to a stop. Perfect. That was perfect timing. Rail number 2 now. Now for this one, we said we wanted our rail line to run up to the surface. So I think I'm going to put down just some spruce slabs for now. 1, because that was the most slabs that I had in my storage. And 2, because I think that is the wood we're going to use just for our detail down here. So I'm going to leave it that way for now. It could change. But that is how our rail line is going to look there. We will have to place some blocks down here just to make sure that our rail can go along in the wall just like the other one. And here, let me put some more slabs going this way as well, just so we could have it end on a nice note, even as the other rail. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can get this in and get it to work. Alright, all the rails are in. It is time for test number 2. Now I connected it up to the surface here, so we could eventually put a build around everything over here. I'm going to have to make another lever though. There we go. And let's start this thing off and see if it makes it all the way back up here. We will just wait and see if the cart returns. Now I think this will make it easier just so we could run over from this building, grab some blocks, and oh, it was very close. I'm going to need some more power down there, I think. See if I can nudge this back in place. There we go. So I'll just stick one more powered rail down there and we should be good. Might be time to start building. I'll have to figure out how to cover up all this redstone and what my plan is for the vibe down here and for the build up top. So let's get to planning. Temporary bind farm or mossy blocks. There we go. Off-topic niXcraft here. Got myself a carrot. Just killed a zombie and he actually dropped a carrot for me, so I think I'm gonna plant it in here with the wheat while I harvest this. I don't know, figured I'd let you know that. Catching up to speed with the build here. I ended up framing out our furnaces with some stone brick. I'll work in some mossy variants and stuff once I grow some more vines. But I think we can continue that framing over this way. And under this little arch was where I was going to put the blast furnace set up. Just 2 blast furnaces with like a little chest and some hoppers going into it and stuff like that. So maybe if we're putting a chest up there, maybe we should make these stairs instead. Kind of make it a little bit of a bigger arch. It looks a little weird. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, that is what I got so far. Now I still have to cover this stuff up, and I think what I'm gonna do is make a little arch maybe out of some spruce and dark oak instead, just to switch things up. So we have to at least extend this out to here. So let me put a spruce beam going up like that, and you know, maybe we'll continue it across and add the stair like that, just so we could sort of maintain the same arch that we have going here. Don't know how that's going to look exactly though. And I still do want to access this chest as well. So here, let me see if I could figure something else out. Alright guys, it's a little cluttered because I'm still building, but I got some work done in here that I think looks pretty good. I still haven't gotten the floor in yet. I'm thinking some oak wood with that, but I ended up figuring out this entryway area and closing it off so it looks somewhat even. I went with walls here just to add some depth, and like I said before, I'm waiting for some vines to grow to add a little bit of mossy variance into this, but not too much. You could still sort of see the stuff back there, so I want to take care of that, I think. Not too sure exactly what to do, but I think it would be a good time to get in the blast furnace setup now. So stick a chest down in there, and 2 hoppers going into the chest like that, and we could put our blast furnaces down like so. 2 more hoppers going into these, and then a chest on top. I think we could fit one in there, which we can. Do I have some more chests on me? No, I'll have to craft some up. But yeah, this will just be able to smelt up our ores twice as fast. Let's see. 2 more. There we go. Now we can make another double chest and stick that on top like so. Perfect. So now I have a little setup there in the middle to smelt ores, while some of our other blocks are smelting around the outside. So that is perfect. Let me see if I could figure out something to put behind the furnaces, get the floor in, and then we can move up top. Alright, our furnace smelting room basement area is now complete. I added back the trapdoors here that I forgot, and just put some cobblestone behind the furnaces and lit it up with some torches. I think that looks really cool. We have our access area over here to send this minecart along its way. That is for the coal. And the items chest is up top, so this is perfect. Now, speaking of up top, I think for this build, I want to use some bricks in it. I think that'll go well for like a smelting house, building it out of bricks, so I'm gonna have to go around and collect up a little bit of clay. Luckily, we have this nice big lake over here that's full of clay. And I also just realized this helmet that I have on. I decided to wear all of my enchanted armor and try and enchant some netherite stuff instead. This helmet has got a bunch of stuff on it, including Aqua Affinity and Respiration 3, so that is perfect for working in water. So thought I'd just fill you guys in there. Let me collect up this clay, which is going to be full clay blocks, but that'll be okay. I'll break it down with a Fortune 3 pickaxe or something, just enough that we need, and we can get started on some building. Check it out, guys. I built a clay tower. No, I'm just kidding. I came up here just to break this stuff down with our pickaxe, but check out the view from up here, guys. You can check out all of the builds that we've done so far, from the house to the bridge, cow farm. There's our nether portal. This is looking so cool. And you can see all the room that we have to expand as well. You could probably fit some more builds over in here, along this little lake and river over here, maybe even extending into the jungle. Should be awesome, guys. So let me start breaking this stuff down. I think now is a good time to test out our little smelting contraption here. I sent the fuel minecart going around and filling up our furnaces with some fuel here. Now we can head up to the top and start smelting some of this clay that we just picked up, and we'll be able to see if this works here. So I got 4 stacks of clay balls in there. Can throw that on its way and see how we do. We lighten up? We are lighting up. Everybody loves to see that. That's always a good sight. So that's perfect. Everything's working out. Alright, that smelter is working like a charm. Got myself 2 stacks of brick blocks here to use on the build. And I think we could start off here by planning out where the door is. I'm going to go with a double door. No villagers in this build. It's just going to be us running in and out. So might as well make it a double wide door. Give us plenty of room. And we'll just kind of complete it with a little archway like that. Now we'll work on the room behind it. Grab some of the spruce log here and pop that back a little bit, and I think we're gonna make this wall out of all spruce, just coming along here like that. And these logs actually, let's go up maybe 4 tall, I think that'll be good, are gonna be stripped like that. So that is the plan there. And then the second room we have is going to be just kind of on an angle like this, and I'm thinking of angling this build back over towards here just to give it a nice interesting shape. But that is the plan I have so far. Let me go to bed real quick before any creepers blow this up. Alright, now we have a box. I think we could probably pop this out, maybe add a little window. That is perfect. And we could start on the second pallet of this build here. It's going to be kind of a busy one, I think, but come along here actually with some polished andesite. Just coming along the bottom like that. I think we'll go maybe 4 blocks. Not too sure yet, but then this is the wall that's going to be the bricks. Now I'll work that up to about the same height, I think. Maybe we'll go taller than that. I'm not too sure, to get just a little bit of a lifted effect. And then after we complete this square going around, we will pop the build back out again over to here. And I'm not too sure if I'll be using sort of the same blocks we have there, or maybe something different. But we will see. This episode is getting kind of long, so let me see if I can knock out a good amount of this build, and I'll bring you guys back in when we have something cool to look at. Okay, I think it's about time for a little update here on what we're working with. This is what I got for a roof shape so far and the general build shape. I went with some dark oak and actually regular oak planks over here, and stuck with the polished andesite at the foundation, and I ended up mixing in some granite too here. And I think overall it's looking pretty good. It's got a good shape to it. I got to get the roof in and figure out what kind of block I want to use up there. Thinking probably dark oak, but still not sure. Just to match with all the other roofs that we have around here. I'm pretty sure I've used dark oak on every roof. But yeah, that's about it. And I also have this little corner over here. I'm not too sure how to connect up the roof really. I want to keep this side just slabs and then sort of meet up to the peaked roof over here. So we will see what I can come up with, and hopefully it's something good. So I'll be right back with you. Alright, it's a bit of a weird roof up here. I got sort of a strange connection going on in this area, but I don't feel like we'll be seeing that anytime soon coming down here. So let's just drop down and see what we think. I just put the roof in. Everything should be good. And let's check it out for ourselves. Yeah. Okay. It's definitely got some interesting colors, I'll tell you that much. But I think that works very well. I'm going to go with some sandstone, I think, up there. Some smooth sandstone. And a stripped spruce beam going up the middle. We've done that before on the roofs. And maybe add some slabs sticking out at the top, just to make it a little bit more interesting. And it is time for details and interior. This episode is getting long. Got some rain here to set the vibe for the finished exterior here, and this is looking so good, guys. I absolutely love it. I think it's just random and colorful, and it looks great. I've added these little planter boxes outside, just like we're doing out here in this build. I didn't put any leaves or any terraforming outside yet, just because we're not quite done with the interior. But I thought this just looked awesome. These little designs around the windows, framing them in, and you know what? This came out really good. I was kind of skeptical at first when I was building it. I had all these different kind of contrasting colors, but you know, I think it came out pretty good. And it's a nice little addition to this area over here. And once we get a path around here and stuff, it's going to start looking really good. So let's move on to the interior. I am definitely a professional at filling double chests. But in front of me here, we have the completed super smelter build. Now we got our leaves and stuff around the outside, no path yet because like I said, not sure how I'm going to be connecting things up with the storage building here and everything, so we will wait on the pathway. But guys, I am just loving this. This came out a lot better than I could imagine. So let's head on inside too and check that out. So here we are. I actually moved where the minecart is going to be taking off. I wanted to curve it this way just so we had some more room here. And I made a little countertop with a furnace and our crafting table and stuff. Another countertop over here. Put the bamboo in the flower pot. And that looks awesome. I didn't even know you could do that until I saw it in a Waddles video the other day. But yeah, left ourselves a little bed and a few chests over here to store some things. And of course, we have the stairs down to the smelting room, which honestly, all of this came together super well. And I am super happy with everything in here. Hope you guys are as well. So I think that's going to do it for me today, folks. We got a lot of good building done, and I'm very happy with all of the stuff we've accomplished. And it's also an important step onto building that storage building. But speaking of important steps, my plans next, I think, I'm going to try my best to enchant a full brand new set of netherite armor, and we'll be finding that stronghold very soon and take on that dragon soon as well. So I'm very excited about that. Make sure you leave a like and a comment on the video and subscribe if you are also excited about more niXcraft content coming out. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we will see you in the next one. Take care, folks.